everything is recording.
Can y'all keep it down back there?
Well, it's up to them if they don't want to listen. All right, ready?
No.
You ready to do this?
Are we?
This is all pre-show right now because this is pre-show right now. This is our pre-show.
Okay, fine.
Ready?
Nope.
All right, here we go. 3, 2, 1. And welcome back to the Riley Black Project with Crystal and John.
Hi.
Hey. So if you're watching this, we are at the Next Level Laser Conference in Tulsa, and behind this we're no longer in our garage.
What is that?
We're not what? Oh man, it's off the rails. So we're no longer in our garage today.
No.
We have like a live audience
We do, and it's
behind
making
us,
me.
and that is crazy. That is so crazy. It almost seems like we're a legit podcast.
We're not.
We're not at all.
We
but
may
it
have
just,
165 episodes, but we're faking it, y'all.
This is crazy. This
Winging it.
is really crazy.
I had to take one of those,
have-
influencer pictures, behind
Yep,
me, people.
behind the scenes. Yeah.
What?
Huh?
Then get closer.
What is she? Yeah. Oh, Heather's.
They're laughing at
See?
my jokes. They hear me.
Heather, see.
It's not my problem, you deaf.
That's Heather always. That's Heather outside of our garage
Oh
with
my
her
God,
phone,
knocking on the fucking
looking
window,
through the window.
like a
that's
little
that's what that
creeper.
is. Just like that.
Like
that's
that.
what she does.
Yeah.
That's what she does.
But yeah,
So
165 episodes, but we still don't know what we're doing.
yeah, no. Don't even know what this podcast is going to be about.
That's a good question.
Yeah, we don't have a topic at all.
Oh, someone gave me a good
But-
one. Hold on, Lisa.
Lisa,
Lisa
where
gave
is
me-
Lisa? Oh, there they
she's
are.
hiding back
Lisa
there.
and Silos. I didn't. How don't you know how well these works? You can't hear Silos
That's
laughing
true. Oh,
in the
no,
back.
we'll hear that.
I don't think so. We didn't hear
Test
it.
us. Do it.
But do a laugh.
Penis.
No, not text.
Test.
Oh, test. Laugh.
Test, Carlos. Laugh. He said no.
He's like, oh. See, you can't hear him.
Oh, he's holding it back.
Oh, that's not cool.
Hold on.
Well, so yeah, we're here. It's day 2. It feels like day 15 for us.
It really does.
It's been a lot. It's been a lot. In that I used the fiber. I actually used it from
That's pretty damn
You have to hold this.
I know
up.
I fixed it.
We're not in the studio.
Sorry.
So I actually if you saw the live in the group when I finally was able to go live in the group, because I like to go live on the account
Yeah.
and not in the group, on the account.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I went live. No, I'm sorry. I went live for the Mira 9.
Yeah,
not
you
the
didn't go
fiber.
live for
no,
the
not
fiber.
for the fiber.
Yeah.
No, but yeah, I'm using machines. She's letting me use machines. I'm using Lightburn, and she's letting me use the machines for real.
Yeah. I trusted you while I left the house.
Oh.
But then I watched the whole way. What? Oh, what?
I just saw Stan.
Uh-huh.
I don't know how I'm gonna put the ads on this episode.
He doesn't have to know that.
Well, he does now.
Does he listen to all the episodes? Does he know
We'll
we're
find
talking
out.
about him?
He did not hear.
He looks
Here. Oh,
guilty.
okay. That's only because you're looking at him, not because he heard. But so we'll figure that out.
Yeah.
So there might not be ads this episode.
Okay, we'll give him an extra
Yeah.
week.
Okay. On their contract.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's our present from me to them. AKA
So
not
what's the
finding
great
it.
idea?
I can't find it because
Okay.
I'm under the
Good.
influence.
This is after dark.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Lisa, what was
What?
your really good idea? So basically, no, I remember now.
What was it?
So it was the investing in yourself
Mm-hmm.
and doing things like this as part of that.
Oh,
And
coming
what,
to
and what it
conferences
brings to you.
yeah. I
So
mean,
this one for me,
mhm.
surprisingly, can you move your knees in my thigh? Sorry.
Oh my God.
Ow! It's not footsie time. Okay,
She asked
sorry.
me to move my foot. I move it, and that's
Your knee.
Okay. Go.
Anyway, so for me, I didn't realize the amount of growth I've had in the last year, especially because purchasing the keychain thingies and bulking up on inventory, really, really depleted my bank account. I was telling you every single day how little was in there because it was $4,000 lower than what I feel comfortable with. And so I was panicking. It kind of made me feel unsuccessful because I looked at the number that was left in my account and not the number
Inventory.
inventory
Right.
that
Right. It
that
doesn't
it
translate.
purchased.
It
Yeah.
doesn't translate.
And so
Right.
I was kind of beating myself up about it. And then um, when I got here, Karen, who was helping out Smoky Hill, she walked by, and it took her mentioning, "Whoa, this is much bigger than last year.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
you've grown a
Yeah.
lot."
We literally went from like this size
A tiny little table like
to
this.
so if you've seen if this is
Where
your first
I
time and
carried them in a backpack,
yep.
a clear
Yeah.
backpack, with a sign on the table that said, "If I'm not
We'll
here,
be back.
text me and I'll come meet you for your not illegal keychain
Yeah.
thingies." And then when I wasn't teaching, we literally just threw them nicely on the table because I have OCD. So
Yeah.
they were all like together and pretty, but there was no like displays, no
Yeah.
anything. And I didn't even think about that because I was just looking at the numbers like, okay, I sold this much of this one last year. I sold this much
Well, I
of.
got to pose for pictures.
I know, I wasn't warned. And I was like, I just need to bring like double or triple what I did last year. That was like all I was thinking about.
Right.
Not the fact that I could bring double or triple. The fact that I thought it actually might sell. But then my brain also told me I ain't going to sell.
Yeah.
And because I kept telling myself, oh, the worst case scenario, I have inventory for a long time.
Right. Right.
Because I had to think of
No.
that, you know.
Yeah.
'cause
We're
I
not gonna have
couldn't-
inventory for that much longer.
No. So
And
it
we
was
have
just
one more
crazy.
day.
It took even me joining this, and the fact that this many people want
This
to
is crazy.
hear me,
This is crazy.
the
What
shit
was it?
that comes out of
What
my
was it
mouth,
last
I
year?
don't-
Last year was what? We had like 10,
15?
15,
Yeah.
and that was
And they were,
different because
I mean, they were riders because
yeah,
we were
exactly.
an hour late because we almost
Yep.
tried to fight somebody
yeah.
because of
we
Carlos's
don't talk
laugh.
no we don't talk about that. We don't
See,
talk
there it
about
was.
that.
He
We don't
didn't
talk
hide
about
that
that.
one.
We don't talk
Yeah.
about that anymore. They don't like that story.
So just this
is crazy. Yeah, it's
That's why I had to take the weird
Yeah,
influencer picture because I don't feel like an influencer, and Lisa was literally bullying me today. She was telling me like certain things I needed to do and blah blah blah, and I was like, yeah, okay, and I'm like on my phone, and she like crouches, forces eye contact, and she's like, no, you need to listen to me. That was really loud, sorry. And you need to listen to me, and you need to like. And I was like, but I'm not, because I don't feel. I'm such a
Yeah.
weirdo.
Yeah,
Okay.
'cause
I'm
we
a normal person, and it's
we
weird to
normally
me.
do this in our garage. Not
Yeah, and there's not an audience. I know people
No.
are watching later, like creepers, but they're not like right in front of me. You know?
listening to every word.
And, yeah, and just
Yeah.
the eyeballs.
Yeah, and they're really like experiencing how what is it?
What?
How the what is made?
Oh,
What's
yeah,
that saying?
how that was made or whatever.
No, that saying like showing them how like the bread is made or something like that.
I don't know.
Whatever that old saying is, but yeah.
They
But yeah,
say that in my
they're
house.
experiencing how the craziness
Yeah.
that goes into putting
a
one
shit
on.
show.
Yeah, and it's like this every day, folks.
It really
It's
is.
every episode. All that stuff you saw me doing, I do it in the studio. It's just
That's
in
true.
place.
Yeah, usually,
Yeah.
I mean, not all of it. You have to hook up the cameras again
Yeah.
sometimes.
Yeah.
But we do have a lot of like stationary stuff, and that's nice because when you used to set up on the couch,
Yeah.
like, and how long that took, and we couldn't leave it up because we had kids.
Oh, right, because we had to set up and break them.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, and it was
Yeah.
like it was a lot. I was like, oh,
Yeah, it was just two. It was just two microphones and a mixer.
I thought you were gonna rap.
I was thinking of how I could. Yeah.
Yeah. So just coming to these, one, you get that feedback from other people, and just other suppliers saying that they were interested in
Right.
it too, and like they could get their own. Like I don't own the idea.
Right.
I didn't.
I
like,
mean, but then they're just plastic connectors.
not if
something
you get
like
them
that.
from me.
Then there's
Right.
keychain thingies.
But so the fact that like there's that interest, it takes these things for me to even realize that I had growth, and then they also push me to grow too, because without that interaction, without that, I wouldn't have. I'd just be making my couple sales a day,
Right.
or and just
Yeah.
trucking along.
Yeah.
But like meeting all these people, one, they get the interaction of someone that they talk to online who tells them how to release a compound path or whatever, make a cake topper. But then meeting them in person, it does something for both of us.
Right.
For them and
Yeah.
really for me, because I'm not nice to myself. I'm trying to be,
Yeah.
but I'm not nice.
You're getting better. You're getting
I'm
better at it.
a little mean.
You are a little mean to yourself.
To
sometimes.
myself, I'm not usually mean to you unless it's
No, not to me. I'm
2
just saying to
days
yourself.
a month.
You said it, not me.
I
I
did.
didn't
I'll
say
fully admit sorry men here, but there's like a day in the month and it's like why you're mad at him breathing. Like you obviously know he has to breathe, but you're like, why? And why so loud? Like, you can breathe, but like I should be able to hear it. Okay. And then I'm like, I check my calendar and I'm like, oh, okay, you're fine. It's me. But usually that's only like one day a month, one or two. Other than that,
I've got nothing. I'm not adding to that. I'm not.
Yeah,
I'm
don't
not getting.
co-sign.
I'm not getting in trouble on this podcast.
Yeah. But I'm
not.
nice other than that.
Yeah.
But I'm not nice to me, and I think that's
Yeah.
another thing I need to learn is I tell people all the time, like, be nice to yourself. Like, oh, I have a stupid silhouette question, or I should probably know this, or like just them kind of talking it down. And I'm like, no, there's no stupid questions. If you don't know it, you don't know it. What is it?
If you don't
know what you don't know. I love to say that on the podcast.
We still don't have the shirts.
But I know we got to work on that. But yeah, so there's no stupid questions. But then for me, I'm like, maybe there is.
Yeah, it's been great interacting with so many people at the booth. You know, some buy keychain. I love the moment where they're buying the keychain thingies and they look over and they see the merch and like, oh, you're the podcast people. I knew you sounded familiar.
Oh, you're the Silhouette for Lasers girl,
Yeah.
or like when they make the connection between the way too many things that I do or we do. It's it's crazy that they don't even know that we've impacted their lives in many ways.
Man,
Oh my god,
that's crazy. That's crazy. But no, it's been great
Well, how about your growth?
in like days
It really is.
because it was a mad dash to get here with all of our stuff.
Oh god.
So
I tell
so
myself
she
every year, I'm gonna
it was
be
it was
more
almost
prepared,
it
and
was
every
almost like
year
it
I'm less
forced.
prepared.
It's almost like it forced you to trust me.
Yeah, because I had to. I
Right,
ran the
right,
fuck out of time.
right.
Those
Right, it's
pens,
not-
they wouldn't be here if it wasn't for him.
Right.
Those acrylic sample things, I had designed them.
Yeah.
One of them
But you had
incorrectly.
you had a doctor's appointment and
Yeah.
you couldn't you
Life.
needed to run.
Yeah, they called me and it was a CT on my lungs because if you listen, you know that I'm sick all the frickin' time. And so they wanted to check on something after an X-ray, and they called and they did it like 2 weeks, and then they called like 2 days before I was supposed to go, and they're like, we don't have approval for insurance yet. We're gonna have to push it back a week. How's Wednesday? And I'm like, terrible. But
Yeah.
the way my anxiety is set up, I'm gonna be gone for 2 weeks. There's no way I'm gonna wait 2 more weeks to figure it. I was like, I'll make it work. And then it was time for me to leave, and I was working until 3 a.m. for a lot of days in a row. And I was working on something on the computer, and I was like, why don't you try the pens?
Right.
And that's when you started the pens, and I hear like zzz, and if you follow me on Instagram, you saw he looked ridiculous. He had his glasses on, and then he had the
goggles.
laser goggles on
Yeah.
top of it.
So I can
And so I
continue to
look
see.
over, and he looks like a mad scientist, like. And I was like, babe, and he was like, what?
Yeah.
Like, but it was adorable. I mean, he did 50 pens in 35 minutes for his first time.
Yeah.
Did you just burp?
Yeah, sorry. Beer.
That pay way
been
is
drinking.
not paying
Sorry.
the way
I've been
to my
drinking.
nose.
You can't just play it off.
No, sorry, it was really
God.
strong. I tried.
You were building me up. You were building me up.
I was.
And
I am
then
so sorry.
and then
Let
knock
me not
down
take this
and
moment
just
from you.
take
Let me not take
it's gone. The moment's gone. Yeah, use the fiber. So what? On to the next one.
No, but. Next one. Should we start singing Jay-Z?
No,
Oh, sorry.
we can't license that. We don't have that
Oh
kind
yeah,
of money.
that's true. I don't want.
We don't
I
have
want
Joe
any
Rogan
smoke.
money.
No, but it was really amazing. You know more about the fiber than I do,
No, I've been lucky.
and still.
I've been watching. Shout out to Alex Laser Everything. I've been
YouTube
watching
University. As long as it's on
Yep,
YouTube,
his
you can
fiber.
fucking do
Yeah,
anything.
he has a fiber
It's
101.
wonderful for house repairs, but it's
Yeah.
kind of annoying. It's like the other day he was driving to go get dinner, and he calls me, and I'm like in a panic because he calls me and he's like, so, and I'm like, what? Are you okay? Are you alive? Like, did you break? Is the car okay? And he's like, Yeah, I went to roll down the window,
It just
and the
slammed.
window like
It
slammed
just
down. I was
slammed
like,
down.
okay, that sucks, but you
I
scared the
thought,
shit out of
yeah,
me.
I thought the window shattered.
Yeah.
So
Where was
I
I even
opened it.
going with that?
You again.
Oh,
See,
I
build,
was
build
he.
up, chop
Sorry.
down.
So,
We were trying to
that's
build up again and
ADHD.
chop down,
Sorry.
and chop down.
Oh.
Yeah,
So,
I fixed the
so he
window.
put a tarp over it. It took him all day, but he was able to repair his car window
Yeah,
himself by taking the whole panel off, saying, "Oh, I need this specific
YouTube,
part,"
YouTube.
and then he was like, "Oh, it's on Amazon for this price. It's at this price and this price, and I can have this one in 2 days and this one in 1 day." And then he went and got it immediately and came back and fixed it. And he was like, "My window's fixed." And he's like 14 shades of brown, sweating
Hot.
profusely,
It's a hot day.
and it cost you $60.
Yeah,
And it would have cost us 500 to
I
1,000.
mean, I don't know, 1,000. The
500,
window,
that labor?
the window wasn't
I mean,
shattered.
I know, but that much labor, yeah,
the
it
piece
took
is
you
$80.
longer probably because
It would have been a couple $100, not
it would.
1,000.
I think it would have been 5. Anyway, I'm just saying it's wonderful that we have that
Yeah.
thing, but
Yeah,
like,
but
at
it
the
also
same time-
translates to lasers.
Yeah,
'Cause I
that's
watched.
That's why you
Yeah,
did
I
so
was-
good.
yeah.
That's where I was going with it.
You there faster because this is only an hour
Fuck
podcast.
off. I hate you.
We're only doing an hour because I'm tired. It's been long,
I'm going night night.
long time. Yes, yes.
You might have to go by yourself tonight. I got my second wind. I'm good.
Perfect.
I was
Bye.
dead last night.
Yeah,
Bye,
yeah,
Felicia.
I'm gonna be upstairs. Sleep.
I'm
Got
going
the
to the
whole-
bar after
don't-
this.
don't com-
after,
don't
after
complain.
Dark.
Don't complain.
9, bitch. Go through. I got receipts.
Uh-oh.
We were texting till 1 a.m.
Don't. The one that wakes up at 2
Yeah,
p.m.
this bitch texts
You
me
wanna call
at
people out.
11:54
Call
a.m.
people out.
I'm still in bed, laughing, crying face.
Meanwhile, we were at the
Bitch,
booth
and you were
at
talking
7.
shit at 1 a.m. when I was ready, awake, and eating breakfast by 7. I don't want bacon at 7. 11 would be perfect. She's not even listening
No,
to me. I'll
she's-
record it and play it back for her.
We are, but she's not gonna play. But she
It's
doesn't
fine.
get this far into the
I'm just talking
episode.
about you.
She doesn't get this far into the episode anyway.
That's true.
She'll never know
Yeah. At
what
least
we
she's
said.
a patron finally.
Yeah. See.
I read the emails and sometimes I watch the podcast.
Like
'Cause she's
every
paying
other.
for it.
Once she said something. Exactly. She mentioned something that was only on the podcast like a couple weeks ago, and I was like, "How?
You know-
Do you know who told you?"
You know what's crazy? You know what's crazy?
What?
Is that
I
I
have
just
cotton mouth.
I just glanced over. That's why I'm drinking a beer. I glanced over, and I saw that laser watching.
Right?
She's like over there, like
We've made it.
I glanced over at Heather, and I see. I'm like, oh my God, there she is.
You're glaring at Heather, and you
And
saw
I saw that mom.
the shiny mom.
That mom over
Emily,
there.
do you know how many times? What do we say? What makes us do the head nod?
Huh? I mean, well, we do it when we shout her out.
Oh yeah, so when we mention your name, we can't mention
when we
your
do-
name when we say
With the laser.
Emily. You know that mom with the laser. Every time, it's impossible.
You gotta do that. You
It's
can't say it.
impossible not to.
Can you guys say that mom with the
With
laser without doing that?
No.
Can you? Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Yeah, you have to. And the first time we did it, I had a substance, and I could
was an
not
After Dark.
stop laughing.
Was it? No, it wasn't.
And I felt like, yes, it was. It was
Oh,
an
it was an
After
After
Dark.
Dark, yeah.
But it was like the pre-recorded part where we give them like the little teaser and then we cut it off.
Right.
And I felt like an asshole because it was like public. And I'm like, if people don't know me and her and our relationship, they'd think I was an ass. But I was like, it's because I love her.
It's out of love, not out of mock.
Yeah, I've watched enough
so-
videos to not be able to say it without it.
I can't.
And you've edited them, so
Yeah,
it's probably
this is-
even worse.
I see. I saw for a minute there. I saw all the good ones and the bad ones.
The ones you needed to cut out. Yeah.
Yeah.
Take however many.
Yeah.
Yeah. What now?
Did we?
See, you cut me off. I was
Did
perfectly
we
rambling.
did we shout out Did
Katie with Monarch
Yeah,
Pine?
we
We
did?
did not.
Oh, we didn't do the.
I was
No?
looking for her.
The-
I was
the
like,
sponsor?
this is going to be really weird to say my spiel
Okay.
while she's
Well,
looking at me.
we're 20 minutes in, but
That's okay. There's no rules.
no rules. And she-
So who is this episode brought to us by?
Katie with Monarch Pines.
What's the code?
Riley
come-
Black.
oh, just Riley Black.
Just Riley Black.
I say it every fucking week.
Yeah, but I don't listen to that part. It's like white
I'm
noise.
saying it in front of you.
It's white noise.
What are you planning? Your intro?
No, I'm
Where
I'm
the
a, I'm
fuck
a
are you?
guy. I'm just waiting for my turn to speak.
Anyway, Katie from Monarch Pine, Riley Black for 10%.
10% off.
monarchpine.etsy.com.
And now on with the show.
Now what? This has only been 20 minutes? And you want to do an
Yeah.
hour?
I want to do an hour.
And you didn't want guests.
I know. Huh.
I know. I really
Yeah.
like them, though.
Yeah.
It just makes me nervous because I'm weird.
What? Guess?
Yeah. People. Eyeballs.
Oh, because of the audience.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So someone told me to, I won't name names, but to picture people naked.
Nope.
But then said only certain people, not everybody.
Oh.
And then this person
Very Victor-like.
said there was just a couple people that they would, and I was like,
Okay.
oh, who?
Let's not. Let's
sorry.
not. That's it. Let's not say
After
private.
dark.
Private
sir.
conversations.
I didn't say anybody's names.
Private conversations.
No name. Everything's what is that word called? Confidential.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, that stuff.
Yeah.
What?
So,
It will, of course.
how are you guys enjoying
Bro
the
code.
conference? Yeah.
Yeah.
Good stuff.
I was gonna ask them what their favorite thing was, but they don't have a microphone. I know. They could say it and you could repeat it.
We can do that. Let's fill some time.
Yeah. Take it off of me. I never wanted to be a
What was
feel
the
pressure.
What was the question? Oh yeah. How-
What was their favorite thing?
What was your
about them?
favorite thing so far at the conference? Crystal.
Me. Oh, stop it.
All right, but really though.
I miss my kids and I'm emotional. Don't you? Stop. Okay, who else? The what?
The 15%
No, okay,
off.
listen. So my favorite thing, have you guys stopped by the keychain thingy
And met Jeff?
And met Jeff? Okay, has he told you several things that made you laugh and made you buy more? Because I've witnessed it. Okay, so there's
They don't
that.
go bad. That's
so they would
next
walk
t-shirt.
up and they would be like, I don't know if I should get this one or
Yeah.
this one. He was like, I mean, I feel like you should get both. They don't. If you get this one, you're going to want this one. If you get this one, you're going to want this one. And then there was someone who was just getting a 100-pack, and he was like, but do you need 500? They don't go bad, and, like, they
Yeah.
could really take off. And
Yeah.
I'm like, who is this
That's
guy?
the new tagline. Keychain thingies, they don't go
They
bad.
don't go bad. You can lose them. People lose them all
But they
the
won't.
time.
But they're like Twinkies. You can find them and still eat them.
This is true.
not
Oh.
eat the thingy, use it, but
Yeah,
they
don't
don't go
eat
bad.
it. Don't eat it. Disclaimer.
They don't go
Put that
bad.
on the bottom.
Keep
so
out
we
of the
don't
reach
get
of kids.
children. Yeah. Some of you are from California,
Yeah.
though, aren't you?
Yeah.
Yeah. See? Everything gives you cancer there.
Everything that comes by us says that.
Right? Yeah, the first time
Yeah.
I ever went to California, I was like, does everything give you cancer? It was literally like, especially you go to those souvenir shops, those are full of cancer.
Really?
Yeah. Those stickers. I was like, what's proposition? Is it 65 or something like that? Shut up, really?
You actually
I
remembered something?
pulled that shit out of my ass.
You ac-
I mean,
There you go.
it was an educated guess,
Oh,
but it was
okay.
definitely an asshole. So,
Yeah.
but yeah, I went there and I was young. I think I was with my mom, and I looked and I was like, oh, shot glasses. I don't know why I was looking at shot glasses. I'm pretty sure I was 12.
Because they're pretty.
But they are pretty. Yeah, and they're all themed.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. I knew what I was gonna like later. And I looked and there's all these stickers, and I was like, and it may cause cancer. And I'm like, whoa. And they all said that. I was like, well, I don't want cancer. I didn't buy any of them. Random story. Are you okay over there? Normally
Me?
you roll with my
I got
antics.
nothing. I got nothing.
You okay?
I'm tired. It's been a long.
Need a little nap. This guy goes down for water yesterday,
I got caught.
and 30
I got
minutes
caught.
later, I had showered. I
Yeah.
was in bed. I'm like, okay,
Yeah. I
where
got
are you?
caught in
Did you get caught?
conversation.
Yep.
Yep. Yeah, that's been another thing crazy for me. I mean, for you, it's you're in the groups and you know people. I'm not in the groups. I just do this
Yeah.
in our garage, so I don't
Yeah.
really associate people.
Well, so what I was saying about your growth when you told me I ruined it was that like you went from the first year you couldn't come at all because we didn't have anyone to watch the kids,
Right.
and then the second year really wanting you to come because you had more involvement. You had started
A
to
little
kind of
bit.
like pull my orders,
Right.
help me with
Well, I
inventory, help me
started
with
at the first.
packaging and
Well,
stuff here.
that's what the first caused because
Yeah.
that's when you had to trust me with packing your orders for the first time
Oh, I know.
for Sacramento. 'Cause that's the
Yeah.
first time you left and weren't able to
Yeah.
do anything.
That
Yeah.
was rough.
Yeah, that was rough
Yeah.
for you.
And I have to touch everything.
It's-
And then the next year, we wanted you to go bad enough that we made arrangements for
Right.
it. And my poor sister agreed to watch. She has no kids. She has like dogs.
yeah.
Okay, she's a wonderful, wonderful aunt. But yeah, I watched the kids for 5 days while we went to a conference, and she said yes. I don't know.
Yeah.
Listen, I don't want to watch my own kids by myself for 5 days. Are you kidding me? So the fact that she said yes, I was like, oh,
Yeah.
okay, all right. And
Yeah.
again, same rule for your mother-in-law to my sister was just keep them alive.
Yeah.
And then every time he jokingly says like, well, if we come
If
back
we
with
lose
one, it's
we
good
understand.
odds.
50-50.
But so you went to the first one, and then you were my like anxiety peel the second one. You were
Yeah.
like my because I was a ball.
Yeah.
Like these one-on-ones
Emotional
have
support
been,
husband.
It was right. These one-on-ones have been way better than the classes for me personally, selfishly, because I didn't have the anxiety of this. Teaching in front of people watching what I was saying. If I always worry that people know more than me, they know a better way than me, that they're thinking in their head like, why is she doing it that way? And it's like, well, that's because I don't know. I'm self-taught, so I always think that. And I remember it was the last year, the first class,
Right.
and it was like 15 minutes in. I wouldn't let him leave yet,
Right.
and we had the first like light bulb moment.
Right.
And
Yeah.
I was like, oh, and like all the anxiety was gone.
He's like, okay, I'm
And
good.
he's
You
like,
can leave
I'm
now.
Gonna, he's like, can I go? And I was like, yeah, you're good. But just that you went from basically like my assistant
Yeah.
last time and getting some video to people knowing you here.
Right. Right. And then
To
running the booth.
actually having something on the booth that
Yeah.
you made.
Oh yeah, the pens. Yeah. And
Yeah.
and the
And you
price
you
sheets.
ran that.
Yeah.
Like every time someone would come to my booth, they'd be like, "Your husband's getting slammed over there," and I was like, "Yes." And then I'm also like, "Uh-oh, is he pushing all the right buttons? Did I set up that listing properly?" You only had to come ask me one question.
Yeah, there was one return.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's
I,
it.
yeah, I only made
And
one
even
mistake.
I didn't know how to do it because I
2
hadn't
days.
done it before. That's impressive.
I made one mistake in 2 days.
Them's good odds.
Yeah, I'm batting.
Yeah.
I'm batting 1,000.
Yeah, so you've grown a ton too, so much so that like the media stuff, you've been growing, but
Yeah.
it was a lot slower than we kind of hoped and
Right.
planned.
Right.
And so like this last week, which we were kind of already leaning that way,
Yeah.
but this last week he's
Like
decided
solidified
more, it kind of solidified that we already have my stuff that's established.
Right.
I'm doing way too much as it is.
Right.
And I could try and release some control
Right.
and
Right.
pass some things off onto you that you're very capable of doing. It's just
I like to think so.
me scared of a mess up like it can't be
Right.
fixed. You know what I
Right.
mean?
Yeah.
And just how much you actually enjoy it, because it's always
Yeah.
been my thing.
Right.
Like you've
right.
been
and it has.
interested in it.
Mhm.
You align my mirrors because those suck.
Right. Right.
You
All
clean
the
it because that sucks.
all the tinkering. All
yeah,
the
all the
tinkering
mechanical
stuff.
stuff.
Yeah. Which
If they say
translates.
anything needs to be changed or moved, or I'm like, John.
Yeah. Which translates to the settings and stuff and like
Right.
playing with things and just
Right.
testing and
Yeah, because they've said that like people who like the Omtex,
uh-huh.
those are the mechanical people that
Right.
when something goes wrong, they actually welcome it because they learned something about their laser that they didn't know.
I'm like half and half because I don't want things to go wrong.
That's true. Yeah, you just want
I'm
to
not just
like learn
waiting
it
to
as you
tinker.
go. Yeah, but you're ready to jump in when it is.
Yeah, yeah, when it needs to be.
Me,
Yeah.
when a machine breaks, I'm ready to go take it out like Office Space. Like the printer.
Yeah.
You brought that printer back from life, and I was done. I was
Like
ready to go to the
twice.
printer store.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. The no, not that
Yeah.
printer. Fuck that
What?
printer too.
What printer?
Yeah, no.
What-
If you're ever thinking about the iColor 250 sticker printer,
Oh.
don't. Fucking
Oh.
don't. Just
That's a lot of headaches.
$3,000 pain in my ass.
Yeah.
It works. If you see my packaging, that's all done on the printer, and I don't have to purchase that from someone else. But that's about it. And that's too much for that. But this other printer was like old. Yes, I did. And I had to print them twice. That's how it works, if that doesn't tell you. It printed, although let me give it a shout out. Remember I was talking nice to it and I was like petting it? It printed 550 of my stickers for this that you got in like your swag bag with very minimal. Like there was a couple that it like jumped.
Snacks, right?
But it was jamming like every 5 to 10 stickers for a while.
Yeah.
So the fact
was
that it made it
frustrating.
through 500, it was like, holy, that's a unicorn.
Maybe you just broke it in.
Maybe finally
Maybe now
after
it's
two
now
or
it's
3
gonna be
years.
smooth sailing.
Right.
Next year we're gonna come and be like, man, that sticker printer is the best.
Oh no. This has been 3 years of animosity building up. It's gonna take a lot to switch me. It's gonna take them sending me a new one because I'm an influencer. Lisa, where is she?
She's still there.
Because and fixing it because with the problems I can't recommend that. But anyway,
Right.
we're going with that was the other printer that it was the black or one of the colors was like all messed up.
The regular inkjet printers. Yeah.
Yeah, and he
I
had to
just
take it apart,
clean
and
the
like,
nozzles.
clean the
Just
nozzles,
clean the nozzles.
and he looked up this YouTube, and I was like,
Again,
I'm not doing
YouTube.
that.
YouTube University.
He's like,
Just
I
learn
can do
everything.
that. It's simple. He gets it set up on the dining room table, and he has his Q-tips lined up, and he has his alcohol, and his paper towels, and he has a screwdriver to
Why you gotta
take
make
off
fun
the
of the
lid.
process?
No, because it's just so official. It's impressive. I don't have it. It sounds like I'm making fun of you, but it's
Yeah.
really like I'm impressed.
Okay.
You're my fixer.
Yeah.
Because again,
You're the breaker. You're the breaker. I'm the fixer.
well, sometimes.
Only sometimes.
I didn't break your window, bro.
No, true. True. You didn't. As far as I know, you didn't. Don't know.
How dare you? You
You've
wanted
driven-
that damn minivan.
You've driven the van a few times. Yeah.
Like once, and I
what?
hated my life. I was like,
Why did
give
you
me
hate-
back my Pathfinder. If I could put minivan doors on my Pathfinder, I'd be good.
You can. It's that one. It's that
The
one.
Kia Carnival.
I'm not gonna give them a shout. I'm not giving Kia a shout out. They better pay some They better pay some advertising. Yeah, but there's
They
one that
might
looks
if
like
they
an
hear
SUV.
this. Yeah, but we don't have money yet.
Yeah, we're
Yeah,
getting
I've
there.
been
We're
getting,
getting there.
I've been getting better.
It's a great
about-
time to sign up for Patreon if you haven't already.
Oh, see, that was a good plug.
That's a good.
Very good shameless plug.
slide-
Does make me uncomfortable. I want to
slide that in
climb
there.
under the table.
Why?
Because asking
It's the best.
people to support us
It's a
is
great. It's a
weird.
great deal. It's the minimum is $4 a month.
And what do they get?
They get it. Why do you guys say it like that? You get early access to the
I'm
pot
so
to this
uncomfortable.
craziness.
I know.
You get exclusive discounts. There's more than
I
general
can't even
admission.
believe they're here for free, let alone want to pay for that.
Right. Well, because it's
Don't listen to me.
it's, it's a deal.
It is.
It's
It
a
is.
deal, isn't it?
So I was looking before we left. We have
Exclusive after darks.
that too, but we have 72 free members
Uh huh.
and 39 paid members.
Oh, on Patreon.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's crazy to me. That 39 people want.
Early
to-
access.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But like there's things you can tolerate. For
Well, that
free,
was
but,
another
like,
thing.
paid to
All
listen,
another thing that was happening here was people stopping us and telling us that like either they just found out about the
Yeah.
podcast.
and road tripped in
to
with
road
it.
trip, or
Yeah.
they road trip in already knowing and that we got them.
Listen, I don't even want to listen to me that long. I don't know how y'all want to listen to me or him that long.
Because nobody wants to listen to their own voice in their head.
That's true.
That's what it is.
Yeah. Very true.
But yeah, Yeah,
Yeah.
I guess we're entertaining.
I guess.
That's what they tell us. That's what they told me at the booth.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. That you guys are funny and
Yeah.
all
That
that
was
stuff.
just crazy with the road trip and several times in a row and binging it. And one person was sad that they finally caught up because then it meant that they didn't have it like all day. They had to like wait for the next episode, and they're like, I don't have anything to listen to. I'm like, oh, I can't help you there.
Yeah.
Laser, what's his name? Laser everything. He's a
Oh,
decent one.
Alex. Yeah.
So people
Yeah.
who like him, they'll like each of us for different reasons.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Because
Have
he
we ever
he
told
definitely.
Alex how mad I was that he started a podcast?
Oh, I don't know. I don't know if we told him when we were
I was mad.
on either one. I mean, we were on like 3 times with him, so
Yeah.
I don't. I'm sure it came.
We
I
were
don't know.
on twice, and he was
I don't
on
know.
ours once.
Yeah.
But
I don't know if you
so-
told him, but I'm sure we've talked about it.
I don't think we've talked about it on the podcast.
No.
No. We were in Colorado, and we were on vacation. And I remember being in an Uber. I think we had just gotten to the rental car place.
We were on our way to the rental. No, we
Yeah.
were on our way. When you found out,
Okay.
we were on our way. Because I remember searching the podcast.
And I don't even remember how I found out.
I think someone asked you about it or something in the groups or
Yeah.
So-
or
someone-
comments, and maybe someone asked
yeah,
for podcast recommendations.
yeah, or something. Then she got a little mad
I did.
because she found out somebody
Well,
else
so-
was doing a podcast.
Not only just that it was like the laser podcast, because I was enjoying being the only one for
Right.
a while. It was nice. Listen, I'm mean to myself. I don't need competition because then it's like shit. You're gonna win because I'm
Right.
not nice. And so when I saw that, I was like, fuck. And then
And I was excited.
and then I saw that it pissed me off that he said lasers the #1 laser podcast, and I was like, bitch, you just started.
But he
Like,
probably
how
didn't.
are you number one?
Because he probably didn't know about us.
Well, he didn't know about us.
Right.
But I also didn't know about him.
Right.
So I didn't know he kind of already had a
we found out
huge
first.
laser background and laser
Yeah.
following. And then I go to his YouTube, and he had what, like 50,000 subscribers or something?
Oh, I don't know. He had a
lot,
amount.
and I was like, shit, shit, shit. He might
Yeah.
be #1. I was like, he's not right now. I have more downloads. We have more downloads, but he was.
No, but it
getting
was.
a
I was.
lot, yeah.
And I was excited because it meant the community was growing and
True.
and it was gonna happen because I listened to like 5 different podcasts and I spread them out.
This was all his idea.
amongst like the week. So I knew there's we only give you about an hour, maybe an hour. Lately an hour 20. But
Talk too
that's
much.
only an hour 20 into your project, and how long are some projects? So
Right.
you can listen to multiple podcasts. I was really excited because that meant like we can go on their show, they can come on our show,
Right.
and we can all
No, I was
talk, and
so
just
mad.
the community would grow, and that's how it went because we were. I forget if we were on Alex's first or if he was on ours first, and then we switched
he was
it.
on ours first. Emily
and then-
coordinated that. Emily kept telling me
Yeah.
he's really nice, and I was like, whatever. And okay. She's like, but he's nice. He's really nice.
Yeah, so
Yeah,
then we
you
went
talk
on
to him.
his,
Yeah, he-
and
yeah. And then he
yeah, it was
came on, and
awesome.
he was super cool, and he was a hot mess too, and he liked to curse, and I was
Yeah.
like, oh,
he was just
okay.
like us.
you're not so bad.
Another maker like us with the same idea, like
Yeah.
wanting to share information and
Yeah.
and so that way everyone can learn.
And I was totally
Is
being
it?
a hater because
Yeah,
he
you
had
were.
way more followers than us, and I was like, fuck. All right, well, it was good while it lasted.
Miss community over competition over here.
Until it's in, that's what I was saying with keychain thingies. I was like, community of competition, you can support them all. And I was like, but if you buy keychain thingies from anybody else, don't do it to me.
A non-authorized dealer.
Right?
Yeah.
I forget what I was going to say about that, but
Yeah, and
What
shout
else?
out to I think he left because Will was out here, but
Oh,
Mark
yeah.
and Will.
yeah,
I mean,
for putting it all on.
yeah, it's coming
It's a
here.
lot
Yeah,
to
coming here and
coordinate
seeing,
this.
man, walking into that first session and seeing the amount of people.
That's a lot
Because
of
one thing is to
people.
know that it was like 600 people,
But to see
but to
600
see everyone
people?
sitting in that agenda, and then when Emily asked how many are here for the first time,
It was like
the
half
amount
the
of
room.
hands that went up
Yeah,
is
if
like
not
crazy.
more.
Yeah, then just being in Dallas last
Yeah.
year.
Wait, so how many of you is it your first time? Damn.
That's crazy. Really, your first time?
She's a virgin.
So this is
Well-
our first time meeting in person?
Yeah.
That's so weird.
Isn't that crazy?
That's weird.
There's so many people that we know.
Huh? Yeah.
Yes.
I felt like
Weird.
I felt like I saw you. I thought you were in Dallas. I thought that's where we met first.
So there's so many people. Cody is one of them. I see you. That like I know so well or talk to so often on Instagram or
Oh.
on Facebook. What?
Is the vendor room still open or is it locked down? Huh? It's closed? Ah,
What?
we forgot the skulls.
Why do we need the skulls?
Because they were awesome and they made them.
Fucking right there.
Where are the skulls?
I manhandled that table.
Go ahead. Go ahead with your bad self. I was too busy setting this
Well,
up.
with Victor. But
Can you-
listen. No. Victor, you'd understand. Wait,
Thank
I'm
you.
going to
Yes,
tell
thank you. I was about to ask someone to do that. Thank you.
So, because I don't do that shit. You do. He does. Move a table? I'll sit right here. You guys are doing a great job. The way my back and my booty and my feet are set up, I don't move things. But there was no one else that I felt comfortable asking. So, yeah.
These are awesome.
And then it's people like this.
This is awesome.
She posted one, Brienne, Miss the Burn Check.
Yeah.
She posted these on her stories, and I was like, holy fuck, that's cool. I had seen them before, but like when you see your friend print one, you're like, oh,
Yeah.
okay. And I showed you the picture, and you're like,
Yeah. Yeah,
and I was
definitely.
like, okay, we want one. How much? And she was like, blah, blah, blah. I think we actually have some red. I'll print you one. I was like, cool, how much? And she's like, blah, blah, blah. And I was like, how much? And she was like, I'm not going to charge you.
Yeah.
And then she brought them. She's like, this one's a little orange. And like
Yeah.
in the picture, it looks more dramatic too. It's pretty close.
It's good.
Yeah, than this one.
Yeah.
And then she was like, it's a little orange, but I have something up my sleeve. And then she printed this amazing thing. Bye. Hi, bye. Wait,
Hi, Mark.
you don't want to walk through the camera?
Yeah, like the TV.
Just watch if we have
No, there's
any
no cables
cords.
back there.
Okay.
No, there's no cables
Do
back
it.
there. You,
Do
yeah,
it.
Yeah. So
Walk through.
Here
Yeah.
goes. Here goes. The man, the myth, the legend. Here's Mark.
It's literally.
That's literally where it's at. That's it.
Thank you
There's
for
all-
joining us, Mark.
There's all this.
Let's
There's
interview.
all-
Wait. What's
I can't.
Sasquatch walking through.
what's been your favorite part about the podcast so far? Or
The podcast.
Sorry, Mark.
Well, it's the same answer. My favorite
Okay.
part about the podcast and the conference is me.
Oh, yeah, there you go. Right, accurate. Thank you.
It's like.
Bye, Mark.
Like, did anyone ever watch the Muppet Babies? Because that was like a Muppet Babies moment. Because you never saw her
was.
top, you just saw her feet. It was very Muppet
Yeah.
Babies moment.
Where were we going with that?
We were talking about
this.
these. Yes, and the
Yeah.
burn. What is it? The burn. I'm
The
terrible.
burn check.
The burn check.
I don't know why you do the intros when you can't
I write it down.
flub it, and
I
then
write
you
it down.
still like.
But these
blah,
are
blah, blah, blah.
these are awesome. These are
Yeah.
amazing. We
Yeah.
thank you
Well, and
because
it's
that
just-
was. She came. So I knew they were coming, but I didn't know who it was, or any. I just saw. She just showed them to me.
Well, and it was so funny. She walked up to the table.
Yeah.
And she gets like keychain thingies, and she's just talking normal.
Right? Yeah, we're just
and
talking.
then later, she brings this, and he was like, "She didn't tell me she was the skull girl."
So she was.
And it's
So they were
like-
asking me. They were asking me a bunch of questions about the light up pens and bulk order and this and that and
Yeah, she's like, "What's my limit?
yeah.
How many can I
Right.
buy?"
So I was like, that's a crystal question. She's outside. And we were just talking about keychain things. Had no
and
idea
then she
who they
came
were.
And talked to me, and she's
And
like,
then-
"Should I go grab him?" And then she sent him up like I
Yeah.
would send you up. That's what I mean.
And he's like,
Victor.
he goes, oh, here, we have something for you. And he pulls them out. And I'm
I
like,
brought those toothpicks you told me to bring.
Right out of the air.
that was like,
This is so normal.
so.
So
listen,
normal
listen,
for me.
listen. You know, they
But do you
tell
wanna know why I remember?
No, I don't. Listen, do you know how they tell you that when you're lending money, lend enough that you don't mind losing. So when you asked me if I wanted you to bring me down a toothpick, I said, yeah, bring me down a flosser, knowing very well that she wasn't gonna bring me one. So that's not. Wait. I just remembered. You keep these in that bag the whole time, so you didn't have to go.
No, they were in my toiletry bag.
Oh,
They
okay.
ain't in here. I
Okay.
can't take that on the plane. That's
Okay.
a weapon. A weapon.
They're-
Those. Have you touched the
Can we
bottom
make
of
those?
them? They're.
Anyway,
They're
these yeah.
stabby.
So he's like, oh, I have something for you, and he just brings these out, and I'm like, oh, you're the skull guy. And then he showed me these, so I freaked out about these, and then
Right.
I told him, yeah, just go with the crystal, like, because clearly we know you guys, but I didn't know you. Guys.
Right.
I knew your work, and it was
Yeah.
just awesome. They're awesome. They're awesome.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
And
I'm gonna
so-
put my headphones.
Yeah.
One of these is gonna be on whichever one's not in the studio is gonna be for my
Yeah.
headphones.
Maybe we could switch them.
Or we can swap them out periodically.
Yeah. But my favorite part, there's too many favorite parts. Another favorite part has been how everyone has taken care of everyone. Like,
Yeah.
and that's just the laser world in general.
Yeah.
But like sitting at these tables, like you guys know, one, it's all over our face because we look like zombies, and two, you're like, do you need anything? Do
Right.
you need water? Do you need food? Do you need a drink?
yeah.
Terry West, aggressive. There you are. Yep, I'm telling on you. She nice as aggressive as she could be. She's like the sweetest little like bear on the teddy bear on the planet, and she's like, "What do you want for dinner?" And I was like, I don't know. She was like, she starts pulling out her phone and listing everything that's in like a 10-mile radius. And she's like, well, we're going to Payway. And I was like, well, I'll just look there and choose, what I want. And you can just order it after you're done. I don't need like anything, whatever. And then I like choose a couple things. She's, that's not enough. Choose more. And I'm like, okay, and fried rice. And she's like, yeah, but what about these spinach wraps? These are really good. And like, I've already had 3 items of spinach. She was like, they're really good. I'm going to get you the spinach wraps. And it was just really cute and like awesome. And it's just crazy to me that like we have this community that
Right.
does that kind of
Yeah.
stuff. And like, this isn't similar, like, it's not a conference, but at the Eon holiday party last year, I was at the warehouse and I knelt down to get out of Heather's way so she could take a
Oh.
video,
Yeah.
and I fucking pulled out my back
You pulled it out.
at the warehouse.
Pulled
I
it out?
couldn't walk. I couldn't stand. It hurt so bad. And like everyone was like, "Do you need anything?" They were helping me get in the van, helping me get out, carrying my stuff. Like the party was that night, wasn't it? Or the next night?
No, it was the next night because you did that the day before.
Oh
I
yeah,
showed up.
Friday at the warehouse.
Yeah.
And so then the whole time I had to sit there.
Right.
Everyone was bringing me food, bringing me drinks, and just like that only happens here.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? We went to a podcast convention and we didn't fucking know anybody.
Yeah.
Ain't nobody bringing me chips or drinks or holding my shit.
No one's checking up on you.
No. They just wanted to know what podcast we had to see if they could be a guest on it. And I'm like, I have a laser podcast. They're like,
But that's only you know what
Cool.
that was only because we hadn't met Taimara yet.
that's true.
Because then we would have.
Yes, that's true. It was funny too because we like to share the story about how again, way outside my comfort zone. We went to a Buzzsprout like get together afterwards because that's the podcast host we use. And there's a really long line for food, and like Victor, John's the one who go, and I squat on the chair. Heather and I joke, if there's a chair, I'm gonna sit on it because my back hurts, my legs hurt, my feet hurt, whatever. So I choose, I hold the chairs, and he goes to get the food. And Taimara has this wonderful idea that everyone needs to go around the table and share what podcast they have. And I'm like, fuck. Like, I don't want to talk to people. I just want to hide here. I want to wait for my emotional support husband to show up and with my food. And I don't want anybody to talk to me because I'm weird and awkward. And so then they start going around, and there's a couple people ahead of me, and the guy's talking. I was like, fuck, I'm next. And so then I was like, and mind you, this is 2 days in. So I'd
Right.
already been telling a million people about lasers, and they're like,
Well, so much so that
Cool.
she
I had to make a
had to make a
video
quick edit of the laser working.
of
So
something.
when someone asked about what is it was your podcast about, it's like, oh, these lasers and
Yeah.
the community around it.
Yeah. So I had to show them like a video of it cutting and then me assembling something and then what it like looked like at the end. And they were like, "Oh, bless you." And and then there's also someone was passing out like bottle openers with their podcast on them. And I held it cuz I'm a dumbass and didn't make my own thing to bring to tell people.
Right.
Cuz everyone in my world knows what lasers are for the most part except my family. So I didn't think to make anything with the laser. Imagine that. And there was someone who brought bottle openers that were laser engraved with their. They probably didn't even make them themselves because I think we told them, and they're like, "Oh,
Yeah, they just order them.
okay." And so I'm like, "I can make this," and they're like, "Cool, how?" They don't get it. So I did the video, and they were like, "Oh," and so then we're going around to me, and she was like, I was like, "Oh, I have a laser podcast," and she just about jumped out of her skin. Like she was like, "Oh my god, I just bought one," and I was like, "Which one?" I'm like, "This is not skin, like well, not hair removal," and she was like, "A Glowforge Aura," and I was like, "Oh." Like, she doesn't know. And you
Just
weren't
started.
there yet. And I was
Nope.
like, I don't want to tell her. And if you know anything about me, my face, I may not answer you, but I answered you. Unfortunately. And so I'm like, okay. And so I don't know what to say that's nice. She doesn't know me. She doesn't. Yeah. And then so I was like, well, it could be a good starter.
Yeah.
I don't know. And again, full disclosure, I haven't personally tested one, but I wouldn't. I don't
Well,
have the patience.
you had a bad experience
For that. I mean, not terrible, because
No.
I do always
Right.
say that Glowforge was my start, 100%.
Right.
None of this would be here if it wasn't for them.
Yeah, and
I
it
have
wasn't,
to give them
and it
that
wasn't,
credit.
and ours wasn't as bad to us as we've heard
It was
it
dead
been
on
to other
arrival,
people.
but my refurb that I didn't know was a refurb lasted 2 years.
Yeah.
So we didn't have the greatest experience,
But
we didn't have the
definitely didn't
experience
have
a lot of other people
yeah.
had.
Yeah.
And so I give them that credit all the time, and I never in my life would have had the confidence to buy a Mira 5, 7, not any of that.
Not any of them.
No, none of, definitely not an Ohmtech, because the second it makes a funny noise, I'm out because I don't know how to fix it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So if it wasn't for the fact that it was plug and play and I saw people in the silhouette group doing it, I'm like, oh, if these little crafty ladies can figure it out, I can do this.
Some of them listen.
Probably, but we're
No.
crafty bitches, and
Okay.
if they can do it, I can do it. And when I found out too, I hate learning software.
Yeah.
I'm usually pretty good at it. Like I taught myself Camtasia.
Uh-huh.
I edited my whole course myself in 8
Yeah.
hours.
Yeah.
And it was a little psychotic, but I had no choice because it needed to launch.
Right.
But I do good with it. I just don't enjoy it. And
Yeah.
so when I found out I could use Silhouette with my laser, I was like, oh, I'm sold. So I only have to learn the laser and not also the software for the laser.
Right.
But yeah, it was great. And then the rest was history. Then we were texting back and forth and trying to get her to come here. And she was trying to get me to the Pinners Conference in Atlanta, was it?
Yeah.
So it's so cool that that happens.
Right.
All the
Well,
time.
and it's almost like the community, like it lends itself to it because she didn't know the community, she didn't know, and
Right,
she's
she didn't know
that
any of 'em. I'm
opening.
like,
So
join
it's
this
like
group, join this group. I'm going to invite you
Right.
to this one. I admin 24 of them.
Right.
And here's the
And-
list.
yeah.
'Cause I can't say no, and I can't help but offer. Like one of my friends. Yeah, one of my friends will make a Facebook group, and I'm like, do you need an admin? Do you need help? Do you need a moderator? So when this happens and you see this, you don't let them in. You kick them out for this. You put your rules,
You do the hokey pokey.
Exactly.
And you turn
And
yourself
most
around.
of them I'm really not actually managing. Like technically I'm a moderator for his, but I don't touch it. But just in the beginning, I help give them the confidence of what do I do when there's someone being an asshole? And it's like, It depends on the day, honestly. If it's a good day, you delete the comment, you tell them to cut it out, and you move on. If it's a bad day, they're blocked from 14 groups. Sorry, you're not supposed to know that. But we call that what do we call that?
What?
Like a world ban or underworld ban or something like that. If you piss one of us off bad enough,
Oh,
it's you
you
gotta
get
be careful.
blacklisted.
You do.
Yeah.
So if you exactly, yeah. What's happening over there?
I don't know. Kim and Garrett are
Share with
sitting
the
in.
class. What are you doing,
They're over there. They're
Garrett?
causing trouble.
Are you causing trouble?
He's trying. He's o- he's he's
I
he's
don't
over there.
know.
You know what?
I don't know.
He's over there trying to be a coolie guy.
Where's your big iced tea, coolie guy?
Yeah.
Man.
Oh, no coolie guy iced tea.
That was still so funny. That's the other thing. I can't hide my face or my thoughts. And we're interviewing this guy. See, he just has a normal beer this time. The next time he takes a
have a
drink, it's
keg.
going to like duplicate and be huge. So like, and this is how out of it, but like too into it I am too, was he had the one and I noticed and I was like, oh, okay. And then all of a sudden he has a jug. And he's mid-conversation, mid-saying something, and I was like, what the fuck?
Where'd the
How did
jug
the
come-
iced tea...
And it's funny. I had noticed.
When he had noticed like
I had
3 sips
noticed
ago,
this-
and I
yeah.
hadn't.
And I was like, oh, this is gonna be a really good Easter egg for the episode. See if anyone else noticed that he just went
Yeah.
from like a regular like 12 ounce to
Right.
this half-gallon jug. It was great, and then you called it out.
Yeah, I couldn't help it. My mouth speaks before my brain many times, and then I'm like, ah, shit. Who's around? Who heard that? But yeah, it was fun, and I don't know. I don't know where I was going with that all the time.
Right. Well, I mean, especially live and people, and
Watching
we don't
me.
have
Yeah.
we don't have someone's story to go off of, because
True.
that's another thing. This
This is
we
ours.
we kind of yeah, it's kind of like telling our story to
millionth time.
hear, huh? Well, millionth time, but with like
Yeah.
like at this point is the crazy part.
That's true.
And
Yeah, if you've
to-
listened to all of the podcasts, you've heard some of the stories.
Right, and
several times.
you've been along with the growth, and just imagine seeing like it was only however many tens of people we had listening, like at first.
Yeah.
Like you listen at first, you were like one of like less than 50,
Right.
and
Ooh, we
and
have
if you
50 downloads
right,
this
and
week.
if you've stuck with us that long, this has got to be like crazy too. Like
Right.
like I listen to them. I have the white tee. I have the white merch.
Yeah, where's David?
Yeah. Huh?
Where the fuck is our friend?
What? Oh, yeah, because the white tee. Because when we
Yeah.
first made merch, it was like a
Well,
white.
so first we did black on the first run.
Right.
And then the next
Yeah.
run, I got way too fancy. I spent a ton on the stupid screen prints.
Yeah.
And we got like black, white, red,
Mhm.
gray. It was way too many SKUs.
Now
And
they're
then it's like medium, large, extra large, 2X, 3X, whatever.
now those
And
are
then
our
that
OGs.
was too much. And so now this is our new one. And this is what's staying around.
Right.
Because it's 2 colors.
Right.
The screen print
Yeah.
is already made.
It might go on a red shirt,
Yeah.
but
Maybe. No, I don't know.
you know.
I don't think so.
Okay.
But maybe.
Okay.
We'll see.
We'll
Maybe
see.
gray.
Yeah.
I don't know.
So
I
if you
like
have one of those,
the black,
one of the early
but-
merches, then
Yeah.
then it's like noticeable, because like, oh, how'd
Yeah.
you get the red one? Oh, you should have been here when they first
Right.
launched.
Well, you were selling it to David, and you told him it's like OG.
Yeah.
It's exclusive.
Yeah, it's an
it's
exclusive.
collector, and then we were talking about, well, we could maybe do great. And he was like, no,
Nope,
no,
you
you sold
sold
it to
it.
me
I want a
as an
refund."
exclusive. Yeah, which we have merch over there, by the way. Afterwards, Will had the suggestion of silver pens, silver Sharpies.
Oh yeah,
So that we
put it
could
in
sign
the
them
swag
afterwards, and I was like,
Yeah.
"That is weird. Like, I feel
bag.
awkward.
Why? I don't want to ruin your shirts.
Right? Like, you're gonna work with that though. And your signature is this.
It's fancy.
It looks like a sideways heartbeat.
Yeah.
Yeah. Is it
not
a
a
good
sideways.
heartbeat? Is
I
it
don't
like AFib?
I think it's AFib.
Whatever that means.
It's got a lot of.
AFib's not good. That's
It's
what
got-
you hear
no,
on
it's
all
not
the
a- no,
not
no.
the
It's like-
podcasts, the medical
Yeah.
shows. Oh no, he's in AFib. You gotta do something.
gotta-
Oh God, I'm so sorry.
Wow. Okay.
I don't know. I don't know where to go from here.
We have more. A countdown? No, I know.
How many minutes?
No, we're at 50. We're almost
Oh,
at an hour.
good.
Yeah.
Thank
yeah,
God,
we're a
we're
minute
almost
over.
done.
Don't worry. Don't worry, Heather. Heather, I got this. I
Heather's
know what
like,
I'm
can
doing.
y'all be
I
done?
know
I'm
what
ready to
doing,
go to the
right?
bar. Are you done yet?
This is the longest.
I'm not gonna listen anyway.
This
Are
is
you
the
fucking
longest
done yet?
podcast
This is the longest
Heather
she's
has
ever
ever listened to. And she wasn't even there for the whole
She's
time.
like, I got things to do, guys.
And she left and came back.
I know.
Yeah,
We
no,
have to
okay.
It wouldn't be a podcast if we didn't give Heather shit. You have to come over so everyone.
Listener of the year. Okay.
The standards are real low then. What are
We
they?
got some,
Fucking rock stars over here.
And she left for half of it because I glanced over and she
Number
was gone.
14 fans over here. You're number 15. Okay? You're a fan, but you mail it in. Yeah. Yeah. Collector's item. But, the last one in production.
Yeah, originally she was supposed to be on more regular.
She was. It was bi-weekly, and no, not bi-weekly, bi-monthly, and then it was quarterly, and then we would
again.
schedule, and she wouldn't remember.
And she was
Actually, she's
gone.
going to be on after this.
We'll see.
We scheduled.
What's that?
Yeah,
You're-
next week.
I mean, we'll see if she shows
Actually,
up.
in a few days. I know, she'll text
We'll
us
see
an
if she
hour
shows
before.
up. Yeah.
I forgot it was
Yeah,
today,
oh my
and
God,
we're
it was
going
today.
to see llamas.
We're gonna go see llamas.
You know she'd do them shit like that. I forgot it's
We're
because we're
going
going
to
to
see
see
llamas.
llamas as a family. I might buy one. Yes, exactly. I
It's
know.
true. That's why
His
we're
name
laughing.
is Charlie, and I'm pretty sure he's only $1,000. Where the fuck are you gonna put him? I don't know. I'll figure that out later. Like she had chickens and ducks. Had. That wasn't planned.
That is not my fault, man.
They
They flew away.
flew away.
We go to Mexico
the
to
chickens
celebrate
flew the coop.
her 40th, and miraculously, these chickens and ducks. MJ, I wouldn't trust her. I think she did something to those.
Wasn't even there.
Yeah,
I
she
don't
had
know.
an alibi.
I feel like she was like, "Ayo, Mama Duck, Kath." Them birds may be gone when I get back. I don't care what you do.
I don't care how you do it.
You can give them to the neighbor. You can put them outside. You can feed them to the panther that was supposedly. Yeah, I do too. But I feel like you can't say without getting some charges. That's what I think. Animal, what is it? ASPCA can be. Yeah. There was zero evidence. They're totally at your house. This bitch, do you know?
What?
MJ? How many chickens? I was going to say cocks, but they're not all cocks.
One cock, 13 chickens.
Wow.
Damn, 13
That's
chickens
impressive.
and one rooster.
And they all have celebrity names, guys.
They do. Can you,
Oh, yeah.
will you come on really quick and share the names? Come here.
Feather Locklear.
Come share. Yes, you. Come share your chickens' names. They're so good. This bitch, she gave them like a penthouse and then doubled the size of said chicken penthouse. Yeah, she did. He's hashtag chicken zaddy.
I bought the domain chickenzaddy.com.
You did.
I
Well,
did.
because Will or I was going to buy it. I was like, if you don't, this is available. If you don't fucking buy this right now, it was like $1 or something. It was something ridiculous.
$11.93.
Okay, so what are the chickens' names?
Yoko Ono, Feather Locklear, Griselda Blanco, Space. It was Space Goddess. Now it's Space God because
Because now it's a guy.
he was the surprise.
It's a guy. I'm a guy, so
Yeah.
he has khakis.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
We have
Wait,
the
have
new
you put
ones.
pants on them yet?
No, but I'm gonna get them arms,
Yeah. Yes.
little boxing
The
arms,
little.
and like a what do they call those things for the babies?
Yeah. Like a pouch.
Yeah, I'm gonna buy them.
Shut the fuck up.
I am.
Oh my god, I'm here for this.
Did I
okay.
did I tell you the zombie chicken names?
You did, but I have a really bad memory.
So it's Liz and Diane.
Okay.
They're from Shaun of the Dead.
Oh, I don't know that.
Okay, it's a good movie. You
Okay,
should watch
good.
it.
I don't like movies. I have anxiety.
Morticia and Coraline.
Okay, but then there's the other ones. Did you forget them? Are you on the spot? It's okay.
What are you-
Should we
you
call
should know
chicken
them.
Zaddy?
You should know them.
I don't.
He was been
remember
bonding with them
things.
all weekend.
Sending-
He's been sending
he's
me
sending you
pictures.
videos and pictures.
Has
Has he sent you pictures and videos of the kids?
He's no videos or pictures of the kids, just the fucking chickens.
I almost knocked him out. Can you move these?
So we're hanging
presents.
out, and the zombie chickens are young, so they're
Right.
they're in our room.
Yeah.
They need to be under the light.
Oh, little newborns.
So he was like, "Oh, I should just take him out and like hang out with them." And like he didn't have a shirt on, so I
Yeah, and
like
they're on
placed
his
them on his
belly.
and like I have like a nip pic with him and all the chickens.
ridiculous. Yeah.
So like I feel like I can make money off of that.
We've been telling you to start a TikTok and an OnlyFans for a minute.
It's coming.
Only
feathers, Kathy for the.
she you know what? She doesn't talk a lot. But when she does, it's always one of those.
Oh. Agatha Christie.
Agatha Christie?
Yeah.
Son of a bitch.
Agatha Christie.
Agatha.
Yeah. She's a sweet girl.
She's a
oh,
sweet girl?
Crunchy Black.
Oh,
Yeah.
this just.
Because she has.
I was gonna
she
say
has-
I'm gonna
she
need
has-
some
she has
explanation.
feathered feet.
Okay.
So she's a
Oh,
little-
have you seen those ones with like doped up like big ass?
That's Space God.
Oh, you have one of those big ass.
He's like
chickens?
4 feet tall.
Fuck.
Yeah.
So
and
is
he's-
my 6-year-old.
So
I think. It is.
so I sent. So now I sent.
I don't know how we got there. This
It
is
is
how
there's
this
more
happens, I'm
animals
sorry.
now. So now I send Beetlejuice out. Beetlejuice is my 110-pound King Corso. Beetlejuice. Beetlejuice. He's coming. I don't know what room. I don't know what room he's going to, but it's one of yours.
It's not mine. It's not mine.
So he protects the girls now from Space God. Yeah. Sticky
so
buns.
he was
She's a new one.
So is he a mean guy? He was a bully? The big one was a bully?
He's think of it as like a 17-year-old boy around a lot of
Oh,
girls.
testosterone.
Yeah.
Oh.
He's like, you might be it, girl.
Oh. Run.
I'm not ready. I'm too young to be a grandmother.
Right? You really are.
I'm
You
not
really
ready.
are. But see,
So,
our
so he's
age,
going somewhere though.
we're either grandmothers or we have newborns.
I'm not doing either of those things.
Yeah, right. Exactly. Same.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I told you, Space God's going to a new home.
Oh, yeah, because you can only have one cock.
Do you remember?
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't have enough time for any others.
So isn't it the law? You're only allowed to have
I'm
one?
not allowed to have a rooster, even though
Oh,
there's
at all?
somebody has a rooster in my
Oh,
town,
breaking the
and he
rules.
walks down the main strip. When I go to work, I see him every morning.
He's making his morning stroll.
He's just taking a walk,
Okay.
stretching his legs.
Panda, our dog, does sunbathing every morning. It's pretty cute.
It is
She's a
cute.
fat little brown and black potato, and she's like,
I'm a potato.
yeah, I'm a potato.
So so Space God, I found a rescue, and he's gonna be going to a rescue
Okay.
called Fancy Mother Cluckers.
Ah,
It's perfect.
it's pretty perfect.
It's perfect, and that'll
Yeah.
give me room for the pig.
No.
Yes.
Listen, guys, if you know, you know. We have a pig, Piggy Smalls. She's cute. She's adorable. She's fat. And all she does is sleep and be a toddler. And don't do
And
it.
I want that.
Don't do it. She bit the fuck out of Jackson the other day because he didn't have snacks and got too
But
close.
maybe I need that for Bebe.
Ooh, maybe.
Mowgli.
Listen, Jackson hasn't been back over there. He learned real quick.
Mowgli needs that.
Yeah. So, but she's not nice
We've
unless you have food.
We've decided this. We're getting a pig. His name's gonna be Kevin Bacon.
It's a good one. It's a good one.
It's gonna be great.
If she was a guy, she would have been Kevin Bacon. Oh, but instead I called her Piggy Smalls. She might
Piggy
have a
Smalls.
complex, but that's okay.
That's what I call my boobs, Biggie Smalls.
Biggie Smalls? It's after dark, guys. All right, should we... Oh, that was a horrible noise. No, I was just going to say we should probably close it out.
Close it out.
Let's go get drunk. Or not. I have to be up at 6 o'clock.
There I am.
Chicken
All right.
There's so many text messages.
All right, so we're ending it.
Yeah.
All right, well, it's been another great episode.
Wait, hold on. Does anybody have anything else before we go? I always ice him,
Thank
not
you.
on purpose. Anything else? Oh,
I got it. Hold on. There we go. There we go. There we go. That's off.
did you turn my? Okay.
I turned the mic off.
Anything else? Any other favorites? Oh,
Yeah.
yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh. Oh, right.
Uh huh.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've told everyone who, like Jess, she was asking, she didn't know what to expect because it was her first one. And she's a lot like me, and it's kind of latched on because she has similar anxiety, similar stresses, similar worries. And I was like, listen, you are going to be so fucking peopled out. You are gonna be it's like you're gonna be tired, your feet are gonna hurt, everything's gonna like be rough, but you are going to leave so motivated and so ready to like hit it hard, feel like you can like rock the world and do everything. And so all of that kind of comes with it for those of us who are like, I'd rather just hide and I'll talk to you all day on the computer, but like
Right.
in person, I'm like, please don't.
Right.
If you watch the podcast with Mark and Will, when the people were making the sit with us signs, I'm like, can I have a can't sit with us? Like just trying to be funny with the movie, but also like, I want you to, but I don't, because then you're gonna like we're gonna have to talk, and I'm gonna have
Right.
to not be weird. And
Well,
right.
yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah, can we text? Text me over. We can be across. Yeah. Silent for days. He heard me this morning. I've been turning my phone off of silent so I can actually hear it because there's so much going on here. I'd look down like now, and there's 400,000 messages, and I kept missing them. And then last night or this morning, I still had the sound on, and I was texting Lisa.
Click clacking away.
And it was like, tick, 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 tick. He was like, "What's going on over there?" I was like, "Oh, no, nothing. Normal conversation. I just actually have my sound on for once." But yeah.
It was crazy. You know, she shared a story where she Daryl's situation mirrored her own.
Yeah.
And it's funny because like it's partially why we do the podcast and we interview so many people and have
Yeah.
them tell their stories, because you find out that you're not the only one going
when you realize
through
that
the
we're a
same
hot
things.
mess too.
Right.
That you realize when we have bad days that my account is not like rolling in the dough and I'm
Right.
not making millions of dollars, sometimes not even thousands of dollars. And
It's-
like it's not just you.
Yeah.
Like
And it's so crazy for you know, we know Emily. We know Emily.
Right.
You guys know Emily, that mom with a laser.
Come
Which
Come on.
I'm in the middle like of a thought.
Sorry, continue.
But what I mean
Hanging.
what I mean by that is that we're regular. We're
Right? Yeah, because my hair's never down. My bun doesn't have the same effect. Yeah.
yeah, like we know Heather. You guys know Heather Lynn. You know, like
Yeah.
like it's crazy. So when
I know her last name. It's
so
not
when
Lynn.
like that line that formed for Emily to meet her, and how
the
it, like,
line that formed
it-
for you and keychain thingies.
right, like it
This is
freaked
all of
like it freaks us out to think that it's like no we're the same.
Yeah.
How you guys are like
Look
with
at our
each
line.
other.
Our line is sitting.
Yeah.
They're more comfy.
Like when you guys are meeting each other and it's like, oh, what do you do? It
Yeah.
just so happens you know what we do
Right,
or
'cause
what our company
we put
does.
it everywhere.
Right, it just so happens.
Oh, look
but
at
it's
this.
so right.
Show it
so
off.
so it's great. It's great to come to these to see that, you know, your story in other makers
have a
and stuff
question.
like that. What?
Oh, sorry. I'm going to interrupt her. She's talking. Catherine. Sorry. Sorry. No, I wanted to ask you about, this is your first one, right? and
I don't have a camera.
is he
It's not gonna
slinking
be
away?
pointed-
They
yeah,
can't see you.
yeah, can't see
They
you.
can't see you. You're good. And I won't even give you a microphone if you don't want
He
it. But
scooted so
like,
far.
what has been your experience so far? Like, what have been? I can only imagine. You're so bubbly and happy and nice and sweet. And did you guys listen?
The way her husband's laughing.
He's like, sure.
Yeah, to you guys.
Okay, but do you guys know what happened on her podcast that I didn't tell her about until later? So John and I like to have
It was a rare
gummies
Thursday
on
that
Fridays and
the-
Saturday nights.
No, it was a Wednesday night recording.
No,
and the
no, it
kids
was
didn't have
Thursday.
school Thursday.
They didn't have school Friday.
Okay.
So he goes, oh, we can have a gummy.
It's a gummy
The
night.
kids don't have school tomorrow. I
Yep.
was like, oh my God, I was so excited. We had the gummy. It was 30 minutes later.
Uh-oh.
And
we
we're
gotta
at
record a podcast.
we're at dinner. We're sitting at dinner, and I go,
What did we do?
fuck. And he's like, what? And I'm like, we have a podcast. And he
Yeah.
was like, and it's starting to hit. It was hers. And if anybody knows Catherine is a Catholic school teacher. Yeah. She had already told her students about the podcast.
So we couldn't cancel. We couldn't couldn't reschedule.
cancel.
We couldn't reschedule.
She
it.
was off that week because it was a break.
Yeah.
So she couldn't reschedule. They could listen. I was like, oh
We
my
gotta keep it
God.
together.
We have to. He's like, we have to cancel. I was like, we can't. And she ran in at the last minute, came in, saved
Yeah.
us when we didn't have a guest. And we had to pull it off, and it was so awkward. Like, she did amazing, but we were like,
It was tough. It was tough.
wow. And then there was something that happened. Like, one of us made a joke, and I was
You
like,
lost it.
I was laughing. And I was like, fuck, I can't make it stop. I was like, it's not that funny. I know it's
Yeah.
not that funny, but it is that funny. And then we played it off, and we watched it back, and it really wasn't that
Yeah,
bad. We did pretty
it
good
was-
until the end.
Yeah. Yeah, we
And
held it
so-
together, just not in our heads.
And so then the next week, we had an After Dark with our patrons, and she became a patron, and I was like, yay! And I was like, oh
We
no.
gotta tell you.
Because we had planned on the podcast to like confess to everybody that we had.
And now she's
had a
part of
gummy. And I was
everybody.
like, so Catherine, we did a thing, and she started laughing and she was dying
Yeah.
and she loved it. But
Yeah.
yeah, it was funny. So we're a mess,
Yep.
but you guys
Yeah.
like it.
So yeah,
sometimes.
it's great to
Yeah. Well, and I'm glad
you know.
she got to finally come. She wasn't gonna come. Lisa's a big bully, and she probably bullied. Yeah, where is she?
Where is Lisa?
She's hiding. She probably went upstairs.
She was like creeping in that corner over there
she's
for a while.
big bully. If you need someone to tell you to get off your shit and do your, you want to know that LED class that's coming out August 28th? You can thank Lisa. Okay, she bullied me into submission 3 years later.
She's a positive bully.
She is. She bullies you into doing the things. Yeah. You have to go.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah, it's not a can you go, it's how are you
Yeah,
going to
I'll
go
see
and
you
when
there.
are you going, and you have to, and it's true though. Yes. Yeah. Just when you're going and people meet you and they like bond with you, that's one thing. That's like 75% of it. They could really, really like you, really have a connection with you. And then seeing each other in person is like, it's 25%, but it's really like 150 because it just takes it over the top. Because I don't know, there's something you can't replace in person as much as video has like,
Right,
advanced. It's not the same.
Right.
Even with lens Oculuses.
I mean, oh my God. It's the first time I ever seen anybody with one of those on.
Was he doing
And
this?
He's legit so I've seen him. I can't stand up because of this.
Yeah.
But I see him and he's standing up at his booth and he's doing this. And I'm sure in his world
And
it
he's
looks
moving
amazing.
something off the
But all I
screen
see
or-
is this. And then at one point he goes, I see. Like legit, I'm not even joking. I
so
had to
funny.
walk away like even faster because when he said, I was like, no, you putting stuff behind you?
Yeah. Well, you gotta have you seen them? You can walk through your house and like set stuff.
Well, I mean, I haven't
somewhere.
seen them in person.
No, but like the
but
videos.
it looks. Yeah, I've seen the videos and it looks
Yeah.
cool in video. And then I saw it in person. I'm like, you kind of look ridiculous.
Yeah.
But it was still pretty cool.
All right, well, let's go drink with Lisa.
Yeah, it's
even
11
though
o'clock.
she tries to be sober every time I hang out with her. And I was like, no,
11
no, no,
o'clock
no,
is
no,
a
no.
good-
This is not when you're
Is
sober.
a good run time. Well, thank
Yeah.
you guys for sticking it out with
Thank
us
you.
out here. And that's been another great episode of the Riley Black Project with Crystal and John.
Woo,
Bye.
Oh my God, you guys are amazing. We have merch over there if you want it. Will made us bring Sharpies if you want us to sign it for some reason. And yeah.